Hi guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of what you have to look forward to if you ride in the truck with your husband or wife, anything like that. Paying bills is not easy. You have to do everything over the phone. Make sure you have a credit card or your bank card with you at all times, and be prepared to pay those $1.50 fees that you have to pay for doing everything over the phone. So what I like to do to get prepared is actually write everything down on the calendar, right when my husband gets paid every 2 weeks, and or if he got paid every week, every week, and then what I can pay and when it's going to be due to pay it. So, a little insight of that, because it's giving me a headache, is just this. So I make a sticky note, and the sticky note will read like rent. We got some Get It Now to build up our credit, a charter bill, U.S. cellular bill, and then the total. And that total is due for the 13th. So I have to make sure the total does not exceed a certain amount so that we can have things paid for and that we don't have to worry about anything. And we have a little extra money so that he can take a shower over the road and have gas to get back and forth to work. And we also are fixing up our little Mitsubishi Eclipse. So that is not a cheap car. We also have a Jetta Volkswagen, not a cheap car either. Both are 5-speed. We just actually got them this last month. So gotta fix them up. Jetta we're not too worried about. That's a little beater car for me to putz around in if I stay home. We still do have our nice big Ford F-150. No problems with that. It has 361,000 miles on it. Still running strong, still going good. So you also gotta make sure that you have enough money to set aside for parts for your vehicle, for oil changes, transmission filter and fluid changes. You want to make sure that you have everything set. I know it sounds like a lot of work to write everything down, and I mean, you're not going to be expected to have a tire blowout and, pay $200 for, a new set of back tires or something like that. That's unexpected stuff, but you still want to be prepared. Have a little bit go into savings every month, and then just really try and limit your spending. And I say that with a grain of salt, because I like to spend money. I am a typical woman and I like to spend money. So I can't. I literally cannot anymore. My bills need to be paid, and nobody's going to pay my bills but me. And my husband does all of the truck driving and stuff, so I'm going to sit at home and I'm going to be doing this. It is our anniversary, but I feel a little more comfortable if I have everything set, and I'm going to go to the end of December, and then I'm going to, just for shits and giggles, have my dad look over it. He's really good with crunching numbers and making sure everything's paid on time. So, just a second pair of eyes, kind of, so to make sure that my bills are paid and everything. I'm not forgetting something, let's say. And then, I also work for my dad here and there, kind of ish. So I can't really rely on a paycheck for me, because sometimes I'll take a week off and I won't get paid the next week. Sometimes I'll work every single week and get paid every single week, which is great. Then we have a little extra money. But, don't expect it. So sometimes we're gonna have, like $300 extra. That's great. He can, he normally only wants $50 for over the road because he has everything else set up for him. But I like to give him a little more leeway, give him at least $200. You never know what's going to happen. And if he doesn't spend it, great. Then it's just set off to the side. And we save it for the next week. And eventually put it in savings if we don't spend it. But there are certain things that we do like and we do spend on. Not necessarily needed. Like the Eclipse and the Jetta. We didn't need them, but we did buy them. The truck is getting up there in miles, obviously, and nothing lasts forever, so everybody keep that in mind. So just prepare yourself, okay? So if your husband is deciding to do this, write down all your bills. Write them down beforehand, okay? You might not know exactly how much he's going to get paid, and that's fine. Just set your limits. If he starts off, your very first paycheck is going to be your low paycheck. So you want to start off on that paycheck. You want to go off of that amount, because anything that he does from the first paycheck on is just going to be higher amounts. That's just kind of a rule of thumb of what I'm going for. It probably is not always going to be that much, especially if you take vacation, take days off, anything like that. So you got to expect. Like we have van shows that we go to, which is like a car show but for a van, and you sleep in your van, and only vans are allowed on the property. You show your van, they got the light show, everything like that. We normally do that, but with looking at bills, we might have to skip a couple, and it's not because we want to, but it's because we need the money to be paid. I mean, if we look back a month, I can see that we could save up quite a bit. But if we want to get the car going, new struts on the Eclipse, that's another $300 right there alone. So it just depends on what we want to spend and where we want to be. If we don't go to a van inn, which is pretty much drinking, having fun, vacation all weekend, we don't go. That's just it. And then we just work, which doesn't matter to my boss or his boss. So as long as we give them notice saying, hey, we are going, or hey, we're not going, then they know. And then they'll let us work or let us have off and go from there. I'm going to say this upcoming van-in event we're not going to go to, which is a lacrosse one, and we love going to the lacrosse one because our friends are in that club and they actually host it. So we love going there, but we're going to probably have to put that one on hold. But I do have it written down just in case. He would only have to take Thursday and Friday off because he has a weekend off. But 2 days is a lot of pay, and it's a big slash in the tires, so to speak. So you have to I cannot stress enough to be prepared. That 10-minute video of me telling you to be prepared is not going to even come close to you being prepared. As much as I want to say I'm prepared, I'm not. This is not even close, but at least I have a general can't talk today. Have a general idea of everything getting paid on what day, and if I have to cut something short, I know I have to add it on to the next month or the next payday. I have to make sure everything is pretty much almost down to the penny so that I know what we need to be done. That way too, when you're on the road and it comes up Friday and he's working, you know, you can be in the truck making these payments over the phone and go home that night and feel absolutely fantastic because you got everything that you needed to do done. So yeah, definitely not anything exciting, especially not today on my anniversary, but it makes me feel better, so I want to have all of this prepared. Also, I want to tell you guys that I do have a YouTube channel. I just set that up. Not many people view it, but it's out there. So if you see me out there on YouTube, big thumbs up, maybe a subscribe. I'm not really sure how YouTube works. Can't tell you. So, otherwise, till next time, you'll probably see me Monday, maybe tomorrow. Might do something tomorrow. But till then, see you later.